Hello, world. Welcome to my show. My Socially Speaking. Today I was thinking about when my cousin used to say, when you dancing with a guy and you go like this, that means he's ugly. And she said, when you go like this, that means he's real ugly. That is so mean. No one's ugly. God forgive me for saying that. Just this beat, I'm like into it. Love that beat. Hope you guys have been having a wonderful week. Praying that you continue to have a wonderful week. Got a real hot topic. Wasn't even going to talk about that. The topic that I'm going to talk about didn't have that plan. I was going to talk about grooming and hygiene. I'm still going to bring it to you. But unfortunately, I'm inclined to talk about, yep, you guessed it, what everybody else is talking about. Jussie Smollett. Now, of course, I like him. If you know anything about me, or if you've heard or listened to anything I've said, you'll know I love my celebrities. It's like this many celebrities that I don't like. I love the entertainment. I just love to live vicariously through them, so to speak. I like the TV shows. I like the music. I like to be entertained. I like the art. I love rap. I love singing. I love dancing. So I love modeling. I mean, those aren't things that I do, but I like to watch. I like to be entertained. So I always wish my celebrities well. And like I said, it's only a very few that I really, really don't like or don't care for. And I'm going to keep it 100 with you, or 100, and tell you that I do like Empire. I like everybody on the show. But Jussie Smollett is not somebody that I 100% love. But I like him, and I wish him well. But I don't know. I guess I'm old school, so I'm more Taraji, more... No, that's a lie. I just don't care for him that much. Don't wish him any harm. You know what it is? I don't know. It's something about the when he sings. I don't know. Something about that turns me off. But I think he's a great actor. I think everybody on Empire is great. And I don't think, well, what I think about that doesn't even matter. But I didn't want him to go to jail. And I definitely didn't want him to be lying. If he is even lying. Let me go back. When I first kept seeing him pop up, his face pop up, and celebrities were like, oh, wishing him well and stuff, I was like, oh my God, what happened to him? So then I found out what happened to him. I felt like so sad, like, oh my gosh, I hope he's going to be okay. I was praying for him. And I mean, I didn't post anything, but I was just hoping and praying. I did post something today, though, a prayer for him on Facebook today. But initially, like, I felt sad. But I always thought, once I got the information, I was like, I believed it, but I still questioned it. Why are you going outside at 2 a.m.? Celebrity status or not? Where are you going? Then I was thinking, they said Chicago. It was like that week that it was below zero, like that super Antarctic Alaska cold. And shoot, Alaska's not even that cold all the time. So I thought that was strange. Then, 2 a.m. outside Subways? And I'm like, celebrities are like almost all going vegan. And I just thought Subways would be beneath him. And walking, because to me, he's a huge celebrity. Like, you will be recognizable, even though I know I've heard celebrities, Uber, I've heard Tamar say she got friends from Instagram. I actually heard Kim myself say she found a trainer from Instagram. So I know that celebrities do things that we do. But it was just odd to me. I found that bizarre to go outside at 2 a.m. for Subway in the freezing cold. Even though I did believe he did it, but I just thought that's so strange. Like, I mean, we've got like all of these, Postmates, all this delivery. And then I'm guessing celebrities have assistants. So you got somebody to fill up your refrigerator and say he just came into town. But I was still like, Subway? Go outside 2 a.m.? Like, I don't know if too many of us that aren't celebrities would even do that. I know I wouldn't. And I'm a foodie. I'd probably order in. Or I'm not going to go out in the cold alone. Not at 2 a.m. I'm just thinking he would have an assistant, like bring his, because Amazon even has people that can go in your house and drop off your package and stuff like that. I'm sure he doesn't live like in a regular building. I know he has to be living in an upscale neighborhood. So that was just weird to me. And then, I don't know, something weird about the news. It wasn't sitting right. And there was something weird about the MAGA hat. Really? They had MAGA hats on and said that? But I believed it, even though it was just like I had a side eye, but I still did believe it because I would never think that he would fathom. I would never fathom that he would make up something so complicit. Like, just really didn't think that of him at all, not even remotely. This is what really got me when he did that performance 5-7 days later, and I saw it. He was up there hard, and I said, how? Like, wow, like, you gotta be traumatized, and wow, you could get up there and do that like that. He had some good backup dancers. But I was like, whoa, like, you gotta be emotionally aroused from that. Like, it was 5 or 7 days later. He was shaking hard. And I'm thinking, and he said, I'm not yet healed. I'm not yet healed. It's just saw a piece of it. It was on TMZ. They were like, yeah, he's out there. And I was like, in awe. Still, I was believing him. And then a little bit of the maybe he's being dishonest started creeping out there. I still believed it because why would you lie about that? And it was too a little odd to me too when he said they poured bleach on him too. It was just each thing. But the real thing that really, really had me questioning, though I was still believing, had me questioning was when they showed Lee Daniels respond. And Lee said, Jussie, and I like Lee Daniels. A little bit of him I know. I don't know, he's done some great work. I like him. Don't know him, but I like him. But he said they showed him on something. I don't know if he popped up on my phone or something, but his message was, Jussie, if you notice, it's taken me a while to come to social media about this. And I think it was like the next day that I saw this. He said, you're my son, and no one deserves to have a noose tied around their head. And no one deserves to have bleach poured on them. And then he said a few other things. It was just weird the way he communicated it, because I've seen Lee Daniels speak other times and to other people, meetings or whatever, interviews. Not a lot, but it was just weird the way he communicated it. But still, I'm thinking this was all the truth, what happened. So, then we find out supposedly is not true. I mean, even my girl Megan on The View said that she thinks he's a sociopath. Now, I don't know about that. I'd have to see a little more. I mean, he's got the practical lying thing down, but I'd have to see, like that's real serious. Like I'd have to see if he, is a person that one of the characteristics is a serious need for stimulation, which this is the case. Um, a grandiose personality type, somebody that just is very unloving. And I don't know anything like that about him. Um, Also, I only had time to look at a clip. I'm gonna look a little further, but I watched a clip of the interview with Robin. As soon as he was doing this, as he was responding, that's when I knew the lack of eye contact. It was it. That's like one of the number one signs of someone that is being dishonest when they're speaking to us face to face. And he kept doing it. The shifty eye. So I was really disheartened when I heard today that he was in jail, and I was just hoping and praying, please let him get out, please let him get out. And I believe he got out like 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock today. What was it, $100,000 bond? From what I understand, it's a felony. He could do 3 years, and I'm just hoping and praying that I hate to say it, but I'm hoping and praying that he gets like some kind of pardon for it. A slap on the wrist, some community service, a huge fine. I just don't want him to go to jail. Not even for 30 days. That's just my feeling. I don't know. This is probably so bad. But if it's not one of those harsh crimes like stabbing somebody, beating somebody down, raping somebody, like sexual assault, whatever, I kind of like something like this. And I know it's serious. I heard the Chicago police are pissed that they actually want their money back that they invested in searching this, investigating this crime. I just don't want him to go to jail. I don't. And I want the reason he did it to be addressed, whatever it really is, because there's definitely something psychotic, obviously, about it. And maybe he can claim temporary insanity, possibly. But I do wonder about the motivation. Like, why did he do this? Well, I heard something about money. He wanted a raise. I guess I won't know. How would this make him have a raise? I don't know. Then I was thinking, I don't know. I don't watch Empire anymore. Do people watch it? I don't know. I started thinking, I guess this is for ratings. I don't know. And then it's like people are talking about the now we're not going to take other people's complaints seriously because this guy cried wolf. We're still going to. I mean, he's one person. I'm just like worried about his family, like that, and his sister, who is a very famous actress. I can't even think of her name right now. I think it's also with a J too, but she's phenomenal. She had a baby not so long ago. His family, like, they've got to be feeling like horror. I mean, they might not even be surprised because, after all, he is their family member. They may have seen him or know him to do things similar to this. I mean, even a raise, there's just no reason justifiable to do all of this. It's extremely disturbing, and it does speak to the fact that he's got to have some kind of clinical condition to do all this and go this far. And from what I understand, I was watching Wendy, they said that he's still saying that he's innocent even after all of this. Not guilty. So I think he goes back to court on March 14th. And he has to enter a plea. So between now and March 14th, a ton of things can happen. But it was like when they showed on the news the two guys that went like they laid the ski masks on the thing, and the camera was like right there looking at them. And I'm like thinking about myself. Now, hey, if I was going to do some kind of crime, whatever, I would not be going up in a store buying the stuff that has a camera. I would find one of those bootleg places that don't even have a camera. Like, I probably have to buy the mask in the woods somewhere. Like, these guys, the footage is like, the camera's like right there. They're buying everything. Duh. Like, what made you think you were getting away with this? Then I was like, what? When they said he paid the guys $3,500 in total. Like, what's good? Like, not like it's any amount that's worth it. And here's the real psychotic part. They're saying the whole thing is psychotic, but this takes it to a clinical level, well, another level, that his injuries were self-induced. So he scratched and beat up his own self. I mean, I guess that is where the sociopathy would possibly come into play, if not before. But that's like real different level of cray. My heart goes out to him. I really, 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 really want. Sure, of course, there's tons of other things just underlying that. I guess more will be revealed, and possibly some things we won't even know. But it started making me think, reminding me, of course, every day I'm thinking about mental health. Again, mental health, as much as we try to avoid it, go around it, don't want to address it, don't want to face it, play it down, minimize it, negate it, it's still always boom, hello, right there again. Like, you just... every day, some mental health crisis. And to me, as a practitioner, this is a mental health crisis. This is another human being that went all the way around to do something some would deem foolish, but it's beyond foolish at this point. I'm grateful no one got seriously hurt. And again, I'm still praying that he does no jail time other than what he's already served. But again, with us minimizing mental health, this is someone that we would believe to be, most of us would look at him as someone extremely successful. I look at him as extremely successful. And they were saying that I saw on the news, and I don't believe every single thing I see, hear, or read either, but they said on the news that his concert did not sell tickets until he was in this situation, and then the tickets sold out. And then again, like I said, they said that he did it because he wanted a raise. Then somebody said he did it because they need the ratings. But moving a little bit away for a second from mental health, and thinking about celebrities and money and greed, because I'm just wondering, well, damn. How much money do you not have to, if it's even money related, to do all of this? Like, what a huge setback. Then they were talking about the possibility of him being terminated from Empire. And I don't want to see him fired. But I'm probably, I was looking at Empire nowadays a little bit like this because I'm a huge Power fan. Not like I can't watch both. But I don't know. I just stopped watching Empire. I don't know. I love all of them. I love Terrence Howard. I love Taraji. Love the cast. I don't know. I just lost interest for some reason. But I think it's a really good show. But I started thinking about how much is not enough. If it's even money driven. Money related. Like. And then I was like, damn, these guys did all of this for $3,500? It's sad. It's like the whole thing is repulsive, and there is no dollar amount, and I'm not condoning it, but it's just, it's shocking to me, and I guess I shouldn't be shocked. People do worse for less, but I am shocked because I don't know. Wrongfully, I've always given people more credit than they deserve. So, and even people I don't even know, society overall, I guess I give people more credit than they deserve because I would not imagine that someone would even do something like that, period. But especially for that amount of money or, going there and buying those things with the cameras right there, buying a noose and all of that. And it's definitely something psychotic about this whole situation and psychotic about Jussie. Don't know if it's sociopathic, but it's definitely psychotic because he actually not only contrived it, this whole situation, but he really, really believed he would get away. And to me, that's the ultimate disturbing part. You thought that no one's going to really ever find out. And even if not sooner, later, and the cops caught on, look like real quick, they got this one. So I think I'd like us to think about the message of greed. There is the mental health component to it. Don't know what the clinical diagnosis is, but if in fact this is related to money, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Too many people are too greedy. Too greedy. Here's a man, as far as I know, he doesn't have any children, on an extremely successful show. Just because I don't watch it doesn't mean everybody else isn't watching it. Very talented, hugely talented. I mean, if this was motivated by greed and money, if you're not making a huge bulk of money now, you got there's a strong possibility that you will. And like, how much is too much? Like, I don't know. And then it started making me think about, like, with celebrities, um, so much extravagance is like kind of, the wastefulness is just, and you could obviously do what you want to do with your money. Trust me, I ain't hating. But it's just like you keep hearing about them being robbed. Viola, Rihanna, Beverly Hills Housewives, like people with like top notch security, all these rappers, like you're being robbed for your stuff. And it just seems like it just seems like people should think about scaling back some. Donate some of your money to charity. Because I think in their world, celebrity world, they might be putting a lot of pressure on each other too to have. And then look at all of these top designers lately who are doing some really absurd things, like going blackface. And Burberry yesterday, they showed on the news, did a fashion show with a lady wearing a shirt with a noose around her neck, walking on the catwalk. And I was like, I had to do is she really wearing a noose on her neck with a shirt? That was Burberry. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I do know, but it's more than sad. And this is our society. But every day we still need to remind one another of the right thing to do. If you catch me slipping, let me know in a loving way. If I catch you slipping, I need to let you know respectfully and lovingly. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, you know? And it's enough to go around for everybody. Like with the greed, I don't know if this is motivated again by greed, but if they were saying that it was because of a raise and this and that. And then I'm thinking, that started making me think, well, damn, the show is successful. Dang, he's a single man. Like, how much money does he not have? How much money does he need? And he's not new to acting and like so talented. Like, how much money you need to do all of this? It's like now you hustling backwards because you going backwards. And I don't want him to be fired. I don't want him to do any jail time. But I'd have a hard time watching him do anything like any performance or any show. I would be, and they said they let him out today so he could go to work and film. And I was like, damn, like acting is serious because I mean, I could never be an actress ever. But I just thought, damn, he's getting out of jail and then he's gonna go and film and ugh. I just hope that everybody at work treat him good because people, we're so horrible towards one another. Just embrace him and forgive him. Just forgive him. He did not kill anybody. What did he do? Beat up his own self. And I don't know who's going to hire him again. I'm sure someone will. I hope so. But let's just take that lesson. Greed. Let's stop being so greedy. It's so unnecessary. It's so unwarranted. It's so unnecessary. Like, just ask God to help you. Ask God to help you. Because I was going to say, learn to be comfortable with what you have. I know I have. I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to be a huge fashionista, but you see me now bringing you bargains. Where is my pocketbook? This is my pocketbook. I hope you can see it. I bought this from Target for $8. And the remaining $100 that's left, I'll spend that on gas, my water bill, whatever. I admit, when I didn't know better, I did used to buy a lot of high-end designers. I did. But if I knew then what I know now, I would have definitely stuck to the basics. I would have. Because you could still look cute on, I mean, in the 80s, I'm old school. So in the 80s, it was all about Jordache, Sassoon. Then 90s, what was it? Like, we were wearing Gucci, stupid stuff, whatever. Um, yeah. But me now, as an older person, I mean, I stopped buying that stuff a long time ago because everybody else has such nice stuff. Target, Marshalls, even though they sell designers and stuff like that, but you get so much more for your buck. And I guess I just have so much more to do with money. But even when I win the lottery, I'm not going back. I'm not going back to that stuff, superficial stuff. Nope, nope, nope. Materialistic, nope. I'm going to find me a charity, a real one. If I got to walk up into a homeless shelter and feed somebody, or if I got to pay for somebody to get a place, excuse me, whatever their needs are, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to meet someone's needs that can't. I'm going to do something for somebody that they can't do for themselves. So, but yeah, let's just take a look at ourselves and just concentrate on not being greedy. And it's not something a lot of people want to admit. And you don't have to even tell anybody else. Just do an inner reflection. This situation should not go not unnoticed, but we need to take heed to the message behind it, the underlying message, which is greed. If the reason that he did it is because of a raise. So anyway, that's my segment. Thanks for listening. I'm going to see you real soon. And remember, we literally have each other's hearts in each other's hands. So let's be kind to one another. Peace and love.